Hello everyone, I am the HalfWit Brit and this is Manor Lords. We are currently in the Black Forest and I'm just looking at all of our fields, the 50 plus fields that we are about to harvest. Then we're going to plant and then we are going to sow. But the question is, will we get all that done before winter? I have high hopes that we will this time round. Also, something else that I want to think about in this episode is taking over one of the Barrens regions. Currently has 3 left. Before the episode is out, and on the assumption that we don't get attacked, I would like to stake a claim on one of those and hopefully take it, which will leave us with just the final 2 regions of his to take. I think we're kind of in that position. I could be wrong. I'm sure some of you may think I'm not. Some of you may think I am. I don't know. I just want to give it a go. I don't play this game outside of the videos you watch. So everything that happens is my learnings as we kind of go along. And I think it makes it a little bit more interesting. Don't get me wrong, I would love to play the game by myself and not have to sit here talking. I probably would have gone through the game several times, but it just makes things a little bit more organic if I can do it this way. And the first thing we're going to do is just something we noticed in the last episode. Some of the fields were getting ploughed and I was like, well, wait a minute, how is that possible? Now, I do have ox within my farmhouses, but I have no farmers, and Noble Rambler said something that piqued my interest, and I'm not sure if he's kind of speaking from experience or whether it was just one of his musings, but he said potentially that one of the small stables could be using their ox to go and plough. And I found that kind of interesting. Why is that field partly... Oh, it's not early harvest. I was trying to think what's going on there. It was one that didn't make it last time, and they've started doing it again. So I'm wondering if I put a family in some of our, well, to be fair, I need to make sure that it is actually ox within the buildings and not horses, say like here. Maybe I should go for ones that have, yeah, 2 ox like so, and just see what actually happens when we come to plough. And I'm kind of curious. In fact, was there a family? Yeah, there's a family in this one, so it is entirely possible. Now, 1 family, 1 ox, I'm going to assume. So maybe I'd need 2 families. Only 1 family would need to be in here. So let's put 2 families in there. What I'm going to have to do, though, is take people out of other buildings to make sure we have enough farmers. That's the other issue. I think, are we still processing grain? Yes, we still have 77 grain left. We do have 3 windmills now, so that is something. Let me just have a quick look. I know we have one over here. What's in this stable? Okay, we have 1 in there, so I'll assign a family to that. It'll just be interesting to see if it speeds up the process, because watching them do it by hand, albeit I have quite a few farmers working, it probably isn't the way to do it in the long run. Okay, I've gone through most, if not all, of my stables and hitching posts and added a family. I was just wondering though, if you have a horse in here, I wonder if that makes a difference at all, whether they, you know, we'll do something with those, or whether that is just left to the traders. We currently have, I think it's the 4 trading posts in here, and they all have people in. This is madness. And we're doing quite well with money. The only thing is we need to just sort of looking at what we've got almost 1,000 barley coming in, and the same for wheat. And we have 1,000 flour pretty much. So I'm still a little bit of malt. Where are the, what are we looking for in here? Oh, my brain has left the building. We have ale, that's correct. We take barley, we turn that into malt. So how much barley do we have? None. So okay, the barley's been processed quite well. We're currently in July. What's the numbers looking like? I'm tempted to start the harvesting process in a second, just so when September hits, we're going to lose a tiny bit on some of these fields, but at least it gives us an early start. But let's just have a quick look at the region that I'm thinking of. Now, I've mentioned this several times, and I think we'll go for Immenruth, simply because we've got the rich deposits here, which I can use. Blutfeld, which we took from the Baron a couple of episodes ago now. I've now got a bloomery under construction. We have a level 1 burgage plot here, which I will upgrade to make armor or weapons. I'm not too sure which one we'll go with. I'm just looking at the deer over here. They do run away a little bit, but they seemingly come back as the time progresses. So that's working out okay for us, but that will help this area gain a little bit more money. We did have some wealth. We've obviously bought some stuff in, because when I push record, we had about 200. So I'm going to venture a guess that, yeah, we've definitely got some yarn in some bread. Just thinking though, we do have Where are they now? These tools. Now, do we have to pay for the route? We don't. So let's just export those because we don't want them. Oh, it's a major trade. Yeah, okay. We're going to be stuck with those, I suppose. Never mind. Although, if I put them on full trade and switch that down, maybe somewhere we'll take them. Or would I need to put that on? I'm guessing one of my zones has paid for that route, most likely, because there's just no need to have them. But over here is working quite nicely. The Iron Veil. Let's just check their food, because that was the main concern. We have a little bit of a save coming there. Yes, there we go. 10 months, so that's picked up nicely. These houses still don't have anyone in. How are we getting on over here? So the other trade posts are now in place. We do have some people. I'm not sure if we have the space for the stables. Did we build any? So this one, yeah, it's full. So we need more stables. So while I think about, oh, though we have one hitching post here. So let's upgrade that one. Just while I think about it, and we'll put another one opposite here. And we're about to get robbed for some more money. Wonderful. So these two are fine. So we've got 3 here. So we're going to need another hitching post, actually. There we are. We'll get all those done. Perfect. These are all working fine. We have the 2 families in here. Okay. How are we doing for... Yeah, we still got ridiculous amounts of armor. I'm surprised, actually. I say surprised because I'm not looking. Okay, male armor. Yeah, I suppose we're kind of catching up. They're not showing us oversupplied. Oh, there we go. The war bows are, but not quite. It's just a little bit lower kind of income than normal. But hopefully we'll start clearing out some of this stuff just for the extra cash. I mean, I could increase the taxes at that point to get some more money in my coffers, but I don't really need to. Okay, over in Yoljanja, obviously I assigned these families to the specific buildings, I think. Oh, there's a second family in here, isn't there? I forgot. I put the additional house on the side, but we have 1 miner. I could make that 2 miners. Wonderful. And this one, did it have 2 families in here? Resting at home. Just 1. He's got no wife and no child. Interesting. So I might move them into the clay furnace. Currently, no one is working in there, so... There we go. The woodcutter, I don't know where they live. I don't think they live nearby. That is a problem. And did another family just move in, or was that his... That was his wife. There we go. And this one, do we have anyone in here yet? No. So we're just waiting for some people to move in. There is 2 houses there. The storehouse is a family. So hopefully they'll start processing through the various things. So is this the one that makes the tiles? It is, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, and then we can start trading those. So we may need another house over here. I could probably put one in. We'll just sort of see how it goes. I think we could potentially overtax, give ourselves too much clay to work with. That's where I was going, because we already have 38. Depends how quick they process it. It's all working in a relatively small area, so hopefully it should go quite well. The deposit is, you know, quite substantial. We need 2 more level 2s over here and some level 3s. Now, level 3s are going to be an issue because of the tiles, aren't they? But then we also need to make sure we have the clothing and the ale and the upgraded church. So quite a few things going on there. Let's have a look. If it was 2 more and it'll allow us, we'll do that. We could add the additional houses to these as well. That's something else to think about later on. Okay, what else have we got? So we don't need to worry about Mamusio. Oh no, wait a minute. I tell a lie. We do. Where was the farms? I built a farmhouse, didn't I? Was it down here? Yes. We don't have the ploughing ability over here, do we? So we can put in... I'll just fill that right up. Why not? I think we'll be okay going with this now. Because we're in August, we're a month away. It's not going to grow enough. By the time they've ploughed this by hand... And then sown it, it's not. It's good, but that'll be ready for next year. I don't know how much that'll give us, but it'll just give us a chance to kind of top up the bread over in this region. We've probably got quite a bit anyway. We have. What we don't have is a baker's. Or we did over here. I may have moved it away. Oh no, communal oven. It's still there. The windmill we also have. So I'm just going to put 2 families in there while I think about it. The windmill, where did we put that? Is it... all the way over here? Now that is a bit of a distance away. I'm going to put 2 families in there as well, just while I remember. I know we don't need them yet, but it's just my own sake, because I will forget anyway. I'm going to pause the game briefly. Now, the problem is, if I tell them to harvest this early, I'm going to forget. It will happen. So, let's forced early harvest on these ones that they've already kind of started from last year, and we'll just clear them out. This one, 66 of 70. We'll also do that one as well. And that one. We'll just do the ones in this corner, actually, just so I know where I'm up to. And I'll have to make sure I switch that back. As for farmhouses, let's get as many people in. Okay, that left us with 3. We're instantly poor of families. Take 3 out of there. Take 3 out of that one as well. I think I put all my orcs back in these buildings, didn't I? With any luck I did, because if I didn't, that's going to cause me a little bit of a problem. Take 3 out of that windmill. Where else can I pinch people from that I don't particularly mind? Ooh, that is a decision. Don't really want to mess with things like granaries, do I? Let me have a nosy around and see where I can pinch people from. Okay, I've managed to pinch a few people to fill this one, but I think we're short of about 24 people to kind of deal with these 3 farmhouses here. Oh, look. There is the deer. Interesting. But we're over here hunting them. Are they definitely not in this area? Oh, they are here. Right, so we have somebody else's deer in our land. I wonder if that's Mamusios, because they were kind of wandering around here at one point. Have Mamusios moved that far now? Let's just double check. Is anyone in here? No. Wow, that's going to impact their production over here. Currently we have a fair amount of meat, but yes, that's really annoying. They've definitely moved a considerable distance. Not much I can do about that, I don't think. I think we're kind of stuck. I have been warned about investing points into that sort of direction, but I suppose it is what it is. Okay, I've managed to scrounge another 8 people, which, you know, between these 3 farmhouses and the other one over here that's under construction, it's not a great deal I can do. So I was just thinking to myself which one would be the best house to use. Now, I could put some in each one, maybe because I'm just sort of thinking about the ox. So I'm going to definitely have to sort of split these, aren't I? Just to get the benefit of the ox, at least I think. We could do with a 3rd one. Maybe I'll do that and then see. There's got to be one place that I can pinch someone from. Maybe, there we go. We'll take someone from that charcoal kiln. We've got 2. There's not much else I can do unless I want to take some of the traders away, but I'm quite happy to leave them be, to let them carry on. It'll be really interesting to see what actually happens. So they're already starting to clear those fields over there. I think, just looking at this, wheat 95, barley 77. I think we'll start to clear these fields because they're technically pretty much fallow, just because they were missed last year. Wheat 100%, barley. Yeah, we'll do forced early harvest. I can't speak. It's a really bad problem. Okay, so that's done. I'm not going to mess with these, so we'll let them make a start on those fields. I've just got to remember the ones in this corner and a couple down here that I need to turn this off afterwards. And then obviously I also need to keep an eye on what crop they're going to plant as well, because currently I don't want to be doing barley in this field again because that's quite low. I'll look at, what do we have? Wheat. So it's probably going to be a wheat or a flax. I don't feel like I need flax. I'm probably still processing. Yeah, I've got a 200 coming in here. Just looking, linen. Actually, could probably do with a little bit of flax, so maybe I will. Yeah, probably just to keep that ticking over. Not that we probably need the clothing. I mean, shoes, that's to do with leather. Oh yeah, cloaks. So, okay, we probably do need them, I suppose. Gambesons, we got a ridiculous amount. So most things are going quite well. So let's kind of let these catch up. And once September hits, I'm going to know a little bit better what I'm supposed to be doing next with some of these fields. And every time I do my harvest, it always rains. And I'm just waiting for that inevitable message that says crops are getting damaged. Because it is going to happen. Right, let's pause the game a second, because I can now change these fields for next year. Barley 68, we'll go with wheat with you. turn that one off. You can be barley. So those two are done, just double checking. Perfect. The one above them is going to be wheat. We'll turn you off. That one's not finished yet, is it? So we can't do much with that one. Barley, so that'll be... Actually, we'll put a field of flax in there. Perfect. And you're not finished. I thought you were. Neither are you. Okay, I'm a step ahead, clearly. This one can... ooh. Yeah, we'll go with barley on that one, I think. It's a reasonably high percentage. We'll leave that one as wheat. We do really need to kind of produce more bread. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of houses just working on that, the way things are going. Turn that off. That's switched off. Wheat, you are done. And yeah, we'll leave you as wheat and we'll turn that off as well. Perfect. Still not in September, but they've cleared a few of the fields already, which is pretty good. And I just saw a really horrible message. Treasury change minus 2,500. That dropped considerably. Doesn't tell me exactly how much I'm going to make each month, does it? No. And I think in the last episode I was looking at lowering the taxes to 5%. I'm tempted to put that back to 10. Well, not 15. 10. I was thinking about the happiness, so you got the predicted loss there. So if I put that to 5, it doesn't adjust that much really. Was it 3 points? And I'm just thinking we're going to need mercenaries when we decide to attack. Maybe not right now, but we will later on. So, albeit you will get more people moving in. I can't remember how much mercenaries actually cost, but on the assumption I don't get them wiped out instantaneously, I am thinking to myself that I want to keep hold of them for every battle, basically, going forwards, if I can afford to do so. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is by keeping the taxes at a reasonable level. I could go higher, I suppose, but I don't think I've done every region there, but we'll come back to that if I need to. Just check over here. They're currently ploughing those fields by hand. Poor people. But that will keep them busy. Let's have a quick look at ox. Let's pause the game. So 1 ox, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I don't know how many are ploughing. I'm guessing all of them. In the 7 there, 8. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're all ploughing, but it'd be interesting to see if me attaching those additional families to the stables makes a difference. I was just thinking about these other fields that I'm not necessarily looking at directly at the moment. When they get harvested, I need to remember which ones I've not done so I can go in and change the crop. Now I could, and I may well do this, this could be kind of annoying, is I could just pin them and keep them all on my screen until the point that they're ready. And obviously I'll be able to tell because this will unlock here. But I'm going to have a lot of things pinned up here because there is 50 odd fields, isn't there? So I don't know, I need to kind of work with this rotation a little bit better, I think. But at the moment doing it manually is a little bit laborious, but it is one of those things, I guess. Right, currently I'm counting 8 ox that are ploughing fields. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there one over here? 8. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, so there is 10 actually altogether. So I don't feel like currently, maybe it'll make more of an impact. In fact, are all the fields being ploughed? Yeah, so they don't need any more. But I guess once we're ploughing more fields at once, I may be able to tell if these stables are actually being used in that way. And September is here. New mercenary companies are available. I'm not currently going to... Is this where we've taxed some of the towns, maybe? I'm not currently going to do it yet. I mean, I could do, realistically. Let's actually have a look at that before the mass harvesting starts. So, just so I have an idea. So, treasury costs paid up front each month. So, it's 110 every time. Is this the only one that I can hire? It looks like. I'm sure there was more options last time. So, light mercs is the only thing that I could get. 110 a month isn't a problem, is it? I could afford that right now, but I'm not going to. I just want to see what happens next month. It's absolute insanity just watching all these farmers clear the fields, especially when you play the game on a slightly higher speed. It doesn't look so bad right now. There's just a couple of people here and there. But when you speed it up and just watch them like run around from field to field, it's quite mad. In fact, it doesn't look as bad as it did last time in kind of like hindsight thinking about it, because they were just swarming together. I'm guessing when we're kind of getting to that point where most of the fields have been harvested and they're just coming to sow the seed, then potentially it might look a little bit more nuts. Okay, 89%. We'll leave that one as barley. So that one's done. This one will have to be wheat. So I'm just going to have to go through every so often and check to make sure that we're in a good place. I don't know if I will add any extra fields or not. That is definitely something I'm contemplating. We'll see. We'll see if they manage to do all this first. And if they do, then maybe we will add some more fields for them to deal with. I don't feel like we really need to. We've not got a shortage on food, at least not in the Black Forest. It's just getting the food out to some of the other regions, which seems to be the kind of the challenge that we're having. So another message just popped up saying that new mercenaries were available, and it's just a light mercenaries. I don't know if that was the same ones that were there before, but we're now in October, so the month changed, and they're the only mercenaries that are available, and I'm wondering if I should just recruit them and keep hold of them. I'm guessing we'll have the kind of the money to do it. I could be wrong, but I think, you know, it is potential that will be fine. It's very hard to say. As you can see, I'm just going through each of the fields, and I don't do this while you guys are watching because it takes quite a while, but I'm just going through and making sure that they're all set to something that's going to produce a decent amount. I think all these fields over this side are done. I have been watching the oxen, but I can't really tell if the ones from the stables are kind of helping, because by the time a field is cleared and ready to be ploughed, there's only a certain amount of oxen around to kind of deal with it anyway. Because some of these fields, if I had some huge fields that would, like these ones, that take a while to plough, then maybe it would use more oxen. Because a lot of them are fairly small, I'm not really having that problem. I think all those fields are done now. I've got one over here, or two maybe. These two need doing, and I think for the most part, yeah, that one needs doing. I think most of these are done. 61%. I could go with flax for that one, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah, we're not in a bad place here, so we're mostly at the point of ploughing and sowing seeds. So it's just like a handful of fields now that need changing their crop for next year, but things seem to be going well. Whether or not all these fields get ploughed and sowed in time is another thing, but I don't know. I'm feeling kind of hopeful this time. I just realized I've got a few extra people, so let's have a look. Put someone else in there. There we go. So we're slowly but surely filling up the burgage plots we've built. We need more. How are we doing for food? Food over here is perfectly fine. Oh, here we go. Here comes the locust to collect the stuff. So how many ox do we have ploughing over here? See what I mean? There's so many things going on. I think some of the ox get used to take resources as well. So it's very difficult to tell how many are being used. Here comes the rain. How many are being used to actually plough the fields? See, there's 3 fields here that need ploughing, but most of it's going quite well. I think we'll do okay this year, so I think, yeah, let's see what happens. I'll let them do their thing and I'll be right back with you. So we've just gone into December. I'm just having a quick look here. New mercenary companies available. Wrong button. And I just want to see if it's just the same troops over and over. Interesting. I think we may have to take them and kind of hope that more do arrive. Now, say I think we can afford them, so we're being charged what, 2,700. What did that drop us down to? About 1,500 at the end of the last tax year. So actually, we probably will be okay having some mercenaries. I was just looking at some of these fields. I think this was the last field to be sown. There was one over here. No, that's been done. So it appears, albeit some of these numbers have not quite updated yet. Now, obviously, that has been 100% sown, but obviously 17 doesn't seem like a lot. It's just a very small field. But all of these ones over here have definitely been done. The ones here, have as well. And as we kind of swoop across, yeah, that has, it just doesn't, he's kind of not updated yet. Same with that one, yeah. So all these ones have definitely been done as well. And yeah, so it was just that last field as far as I'm aware. Let me just double check everything. Yep, every single one has been done. 53 fields, there we go. I did count them all, albeit, you know, some are larger and, you know, some are smaller, but there is still 53 fields for them to go through. I am thinking, and I'm not going to do it now, because we only just about made that. I mean, it's not started snowing yet, but it's not a million miles off, is it? We do have this area here. There's a little bit I could potentially use for barley. It's not great fertility, but it's better than nothing. But it's definitely Emma fertility in here. We do need more people. And here's the deer. They're running further and further away from Amusio. Oh my goodness. Let me have a quick nosy over here. So I have several people working on this place. So let's see where Linhart is. Are they having to walk that entire way? Oh my goodness. So let me make sure. I'm just going to speed the game through and just have a... Here comes that first snow. That is absolutely bonkers. Now, hopefully, this is something that gets fixed in the next patch. It's only a couple of things that have been mentioned. Obviously, fishing being one of them. I think a new militia type was another. Yep, they are coming over here to harvest. Wow. That is some trek. So they're traveling from somewhere there all the way to here, and those deer just keep moving away. That is, yeah, that is mad. Well, hopefully the fish don't do the same thing, because that would be quite annoying. Right, so for the moment, I'm going to leave everyone in. Wow, we've gained quite a bit of population while I was messing around there. I'm going to leave all the farmers within these buildings. Now, obviously, we notice that they kind of, once they've got through their grain, not grain, their wheat, they go look elsewhere in the other farmhouses. Now, I could tell them to only work this area, but the problem with that is they will literally, when the season changes, I'll have to mess around with it, because they will literally only deal with this stuff. So I don't want to do that. It's just going to cause me some problems. But what I might do with the spare people that we currently have, I did pinch some out this granary, if I remember rightly. Wow, that's quite full. Look at the bread. We need to work on trade. Massively work on trade. Wait, that's the old jam jar. That's why I've got nobody. Let me try that again. Yeah, I've got absolutely no one now. Maybe I will pinch a few of the farmers. Let me see. So they've got 15 grain. So technically they don't need anybody. So we can take all them out of there. We don't have anyone working in that one at all. They still need farmers in there. Now, hopefully these buildings have filled up. Yes. Excellent. And the other windmill over here. We may even need another windmill at some point, but trading posts, I feel like we're going to need more. Because I just don't know how to speed this up any further than what I'm already doing. Let me just have a quick nosy at food. -7 on the meat. That's not good. I think meat may be an issue just because the deer like to run away. Berries is not a massive problem. Getting this bread sent out is an issue. I could allow foreign trade with that, because we do have an awful lot of it, and then we have... Where's the flour? What happened to the flour? Did we turn all that to bread while I wasn't looking? What? We had 1,000 flour a minute ago. I'm so confused. Have they really churned through all that? They have 2.8k bread. Wow, okay. So yes, we could export that if you wanted to kind of like thin out how much we've got. Vegetables are doing fine. So yeah, they've got a lot to be dealing with, the various trading posts across the map, and it is all internal stuff for the most part that I'm doing. So, and then like trying to get ale to other regions. How much ale do we currently have here? We have 145, but if I check, say, Mamusio has 60 ale. That's not too bad, actually. That's better than I thought. What about... don't think... No, we won't be trading for ale over here yet, will we? I don't think we've set that up. No, because they didn't have the cash to do it, so it would be pointless. What about... I think we may be trading for ale. So let me just double check I'm not importing. We are paying to bring that in over here. So, ale We only have 4. So we're allowing foreign trade. We've paid for the route. We're also bringing it in from our own region and still only have 4. That is a little bit worrying. And I guess over here we're not currently doing it either. Do we have anyone in here? We do. Okay, so we got 2 families in here we can do something with. Just double check. So we got a town maker, a warehouse worker, and 2 miners. Okay, so in that case we can assign someone else to the clay furnace. This family, I'm guessing, is from a distance away, so we will put the local family in there. Perfect. And they're now making tiles. The only thing we're missing over here was stone, I think, for the church upgrade. Yes. Now, there's 100 here, so we could just mine this and get rid of it. That would be you. Put it nearby, just not to wipe out any of that stone, hopefully. And I'll remove this once we're done anyway. Still says 100. Yes, perfect. And just let me double check everything else. So they're going to be thrashing. We have the windmills that are now working. We have quite a lot more bakers, don't we? So that potentially is why that's working quite well. Barley. Oh, that's something I've not done. Malt house. We are going to need a couple of people for that. So maybe let me just see what's going on in here. We still have a tiny bit of wheat. Right, I can pinch the ones from in here. There we go. Same here. Take them. Let me get some people into... We probably need more breweries as well. Breweries, malt houses. We may be in a better place. And while I think about it, let's do... I couldn't think for a second. My brain stopped at trade post. So we got the 4 here. This was the trade hub, but I've like since built around it. So I can't particularly put anything else in here unless I want to start deleting stuff. But this is a King's Road, so we could have a couple more trade posts along here. So let's think about the next thing then. So can we hire those mercenaries? That we can. So that's going to cost me 110 every month. We'll just keep an eye on that and see how it goes, because we know we're at almost 20,000 there currently. So they've arrived over here, which is not where I want them, unfortunately. Albeit we could go for this territory. I did want this one. But I think maybe, seeing as they're there, we may actually do that. Okay. We grab these guys. We don't want them to run. What have we got here? Shield wall. Okay, so let's bring them just over here for the moment. I'm going to pause the game and let's see. So there's 3 squads of those guys. Can you shift and click one end? No. Or is it control click? No, you just got to, yeah, shift click them all. That's fine. Well, let's rally those guys. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. And we will rally them here. And then, do I have to do the same? Is there a... Oh, there's got to be a quicker way of doing this. Maybe. Make sure... Can't use when already engaged. Well, I'm trying to turn it off for everyone. Do I have to click each individual one? Oh, well, that's just annoying, isn't it? So I'm guessing 1 or 2 squads didn't have it on. It appears just one. That was it. Okay, we'll let them all run over and then we'll issue a claim for this territory. It wasn't the one I was going to go for, but I think we'll do it anyway. Well, that's quite frustrating. Pause the game. Enemy unit spotted. We have some outlaws. And all my troops are over here. Well, thankfully, just looking at it, we don't actually... We could probably cut them off. So let me see where everybody is. Yes. How annoying. I knew it was going to happen. Now, to be fair, we may be lucky if I tell those guys to come over here. Change them slightly. We should be able to absolutely massacre these guys. And hopefully it doesn't cause too much of an issue with the amount of troops that we have. So we'll take them on and then maybe go from here. I'd like to be on some higher ground maybe when we do it, but we'll see what happens. Not do these guys. I'm on about when we go for the territory, but let's see how quickly they can get over there. Okay, looks like we've caught their attention. They were making a beeline over here to... Are we in Iron Vale here? No, that's Ye Olde Jamjar. But the retinue we have here have definitely caught their attention. So we have the 2 retinue that are currently here. We will just like double those guys up and we'll leave them on probably stand your ground. We'll do the same here as well. Right, what do we have coming in from the side here? So we should probably use the mercs first, because I don't particularly want to waste my troops. So we'll do that, and we'll put them on stand your ground as well. So default stands with no bonus and no penalties. So their defense is double, because I don't want to lose any troops here, if at all possible. So that is the merc. So let me just pause a second. What happens if I double click the archers? Oh, it does select all the archers. Now that's very nice. I'm wondering if we do the shoot at will. If we just have them this side, I'm hoping that will be enough. Then we've got the Polar Militia. I don't think we have many of those. We have the one. I will do a row of those just in front of my archers. What else do we have? Spear Militia, we have a few of those. Again, I might do a double row here. Is that everybody? Have I covered everybody off? It looks like they're trying to sneak round my archers here. I kind of figured that would happen. So now we can see that. Spear Militia we will do here. And we'll do it just in case they try to be clever. And then the same again, we've got the retinue here and here. Now I can see they're definitely not coming this way. If I get these 3 squads here. Wow. Let's do that. Let's move them forward. Oh, right. I've got everybody selected. Whoa, I've done that wrong. Put those retinue here. Those here. I just want to protect my archers at all costs. All right, let me deselect everyone. And I double click that. It's selecting some different people as well. Is it the ones that are nearby? Right, I have the mercs selected. We will do you guys there. And then, if I've done this right, here we go. Gosh, I wish they would just make their mind up, because their constant changing is irritating. And you two, we'll just have that at the back here. Looks like they're running. That's really interesting. Right, it looks like my archers are already... Yeah, they're well within range. So my archers are already shooting these guys. It looks like the mercs are going to take the brunt of the damage here. I'll do a nice row. Let me just try and spread them out of my retinue behind them. So there's 36 of each. So hopefully... Did I have these on defensive? Stand your ground. I did. Perfect. I think we should be fine here. And now this one is trying to sneak around the back. I can see exactly what they're doing. My archers are more concentrated on these, but I might ask these guys here to shoot them. And we'll get you there. Got the retinue behind. I think we're perfectly fine here. We've not lost anybody yet, but obviously this one is about to eat it. It's definitely going to go wrong for them. There we go. All right, let's make sure you are stand your ground. They're trying to sneak through the gap there. Oh, it looks like they've completely lost. They did. They tried to come through and then it's all gone wrong. And now they're in some icy water and they broke instantly. Perfect. How are we getting on over here? These archers. Oh, we've lost a couple of mercenaries there. Let me make sure I've got this correct. But it looks like, yeah, they've got 2 squads left here. So in comes the arrows. Lovely. It's interesting though, because you don't get 2 people fighting one. Obviously the archers coming in and like shooting over the top can shoot them at the same time that the infantry are attacking them. There we go. So we lost, what's that, three troops. Yeah, because these are standing. You think they'd just surround them completely, wouldn't you? But it doesn't quite work that way. Oh, we've just lost another one by the looks of it. So we lost 4. Oh no, wait, it should be 36. We've lost 6. Is this within our territory? It is. Are we going to have to bury those? Quite possibly. Are they out of range of the archers? It appears to be in that case. Let me move my archers further forward. Because we're slowly but surely... What happens if we bring these guys over here? Okay, they're just gone. I don't know if that was the instant pressure of other people pushing forwards, or whether we just beat them enough to get ourselves into that situation there where they just ran off. Let me send these guys over here. Wow, they keep their formation, don't they? Yeah, they do. Is there a way of clearing formation? Possibly. Oh, wait a minute. We had this retinue down here the whole time. We'll send you over there. Do we need to bury people? Where was all the fighting? It was sort of here, wasn't it? Right, okay. Well, we're in the old jam jar, so we'll make sure there's someone in the church just in case. I don't think we have a corpse pit over here. So we will build one of those. Is it under the housing one? It is. We'll build it over here. Okay, that's that done. We've also, that's under construction, so that's not ready yet. Okay, we're making tiles. We know about that. Okay, that's all good. So there we go. We just took some cash there. I think it was the end of the month. Yes, this is where we're taxing. So we're only taxing 3 of our regions. 1, 2, and 3. It probably makes sense because these 2 are not making as much money yet. So we can definitely afford to have some mercenaries by the looks of it. Okay, now I've got all my troops back into my territory. I'm gonna see if we can, claim with influence. Yes, we'll do so. Because hopefully, I'd rather take the fight to him in my region. And I'm assuming that I can't hire any more mercenaries. No more mercenaries available. Okay. So I've got to look after the mercenaries that I have. Let's see what he says about my claim. And hopefully, if it lets me do it in this area, that will be perfect. Now, the soldiers, there's a little bit of what we've got there, fatigue, but they're all going to stop moving shortly, so hopefully we'll be fine. And there it is. The gauntlet has been thrown. Enemies declared. Yes. Let's see what he has to say. The same thing. I'm not even going to have the conversation with him. What is the point in that? So I can see that is within our territory currently. What have we got? Not a huge amount. So we got some of his retinue there. So mercenaries, and bandits. That's interesting. That is really interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. Okay, so, well, now we know what's going on. Let's find our archers. So I've highlighted all 3. Where is the fight area is here. So I'm going to line up my archers there. Perfect. We're then going to take the 3 squads. Let me double check where we're at. So I can do it just on the border here. We'll take the mercenaries, but I might actually split those up a little bit. So we'll do 1 here, 1 sort of here, and then 1 here. Bearing in mind, they will try and sneak around me at some point. The retinue, I'm just going to grab them all and put them here for a second. Then we have Polar Militia. Right, I'm confused now. Here we go. Spear Militia, that's what I was after. We only have 2 squads of those. Let's bring those up here. So, actually, let's do this one at a time. Let's put those sort of here. And then the same again on this side. When you can't really see where all your troops are going, you have to wait until they move and then see from there. What else do we have? We've done the archers. Right, let's think about retinue. Let's put 1 squad here a second. 1 squad here. In fact, 2 squads there. 1 over here. 1 in the middle. And once they've all sort of moved... Ah, there we go. What's this squad here? Polar Militia. They're currently not moving, so... We'll do a row of them there for a second, just so I can see. And they're kind of stuck in the town. This is the only thing when you move them through the towns. Some of the pathfinding isn't great, but hopefully they'll sort themselves out. Right, my archers are sort of in place. I may spread these guys out a little bit more. Do a row sort of in front as well. Now, I've got to be careful because of this house. But if we can just about... Perfect. So we got those Spear Militia and the retinue are moving. They're not doing so well, those guys there. Are we within? Yeah, we're mostly within, so that's fine. Right, now just thinking about the retinue, I'm going to leave a double squad there just in case somebody tries to come round the opposite direction. I'm going to do the same over here as well. This one can sort of sit in front of my archers. And that leaves my other two. So again, the same sort of thought process here. When they try to sneak around, I'm going to have a little squad of them here. And then the same over here as well. So where are we at now? So we're missing, they're going to stand in the middle. They're going to be sort of, let's get them a little bit closer. These chaps, I'm thinking because we're going to have a retinue there, we may back up. Let's see, because they're coming out here, aren't they, I think? Yeah. So we might have those somewhere there, and then we'll go and see what they're doing. They're not close enough yet. And I could probably be a little bit more compact, but we shall see. I think we may be okay, to be fair. Okay, the battle begins. So they are close enough. We're well within the little war zone area. And let's just have a quick nosy at his troops. They've walked a long way through the snow. So where is... he has archers there. So he has 3 squads of archers, maybe? Yeah, it looks to be the way. Now at the moment, none of them are peeling... oh, these ones are peeling off. His retinue. He's trying to sneak around the side. Well, that's fine, because if he does, I have 2 squads of retinue over there. The only thing we'll have to be mindful of is where his archers decide to stop. Minus 110, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, wherever his archers stop, my archers are further back, so probably won't be able to shoot them. Which means that all these troops up the front here... oh, what happens there? Soldiers watch for enemy missiles. Chance to avoid or block any missiles is doubled, but melee defense is halved. Oh. No. We'll leave it on stand your ground. So we have another squad trying to sneak around the side there as well. But we knew they would do this. We knew that would happen. Now these are all coming up the front here. Actually, it appears he's only got 1 archer squad. Interesting. Okay, let's speed it up and let them get a little bit closer. Right, okay, his archers are taking aim here by the looks of it. Yep, incoming arrows. Which mean my archers are a little bit redundant because they're just out of range. So let's move this one forward, followed by this one, and then this one. Now it looks like his retinue is moving forward, so we'll budge that one forward as well. This retinue will just squeeze in there. We'll double those up nicely. We can see what he's up to there. So we'll just readjust these chaps. And hopefully we should be fine. They're rethinking their tactics. As I've moved mine around, you can see them zigzagging a little bit. They are contemplating other things. And we still have not the barley. So say, oh, I thought the game was going to crash then. We'll bring these over here as well. Okay, so who do we want the archers to shoot? Realistically, we want them to shoot their archers, don't we? But then we could soften up his retinue, so we might do that like so. It's still going to be a great time for the guys up front that are getting hit with arrows. So 1 retinue versus another. Now, he has more retinue. So this will be interesting. My Musios are not fully geared, so that is a slight problem. Now what happens here if I ask these guys to... I've done that the wrong way around. Will they just stand there and cheer, or will they get involved? Because what I want to happen is for them to start poking. Oh, they are as well, perfect. And... we bring these a little bit... I've done that. I always do it the wrong way around. We'll bring them a little bit closer. I'm just thinking from a pressure point of view. I don't know if the game actually looks at it that way. Where have they disappeared? There they are. So they're trying to sneak through. But we will clash into them now. Actually, no. We'll bring you guys... oh, there goes his retinue by the sounds of it. We'll push them there. Perfect. Yeah, that's his retinue gone. Okay, excellent. So, I was tempted to send them chasing, but we know how that goes. So I might just ask all of my archers to shoot. Put these guys on missile alert because we don't want them taking unnecessary damage. And then hopefully these guys will just shoot over the top and start picking them off. Now I could move these back, but I don't know how much of an effect that will have, whether they will push forwards or not. But I don't want my archers being hit, so that's the main thing. Now we have lost some troops. Doesn't look too bad across the board. It looks like the mercenaries have took the brunt of the damage, to be fair. So not too bad at all. They're gone as well. Perfect. And we'll push these over. Okay, so is that the mercs that have died there? Let's have a look. Yeah, we've lost a squadron of mercenaries, which means we've got to be careful here. These need to be stand your ground. But we're obviously going to charge these guys in right behind. There we go. So they can go back to missile alert. Now these should get absolutely crushed, realistically. If you can sneak round the back, that would be great. How's his archers doing? Okay, he's lost a few, so we are slowly but surely picking them off. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're pushing forwards. Oh, I would not want to be them right now. These arrows just... Oh my. I shouldn't laugh, but it is. Oh, they're pushing forwards. Are they crazy? The closer they get, the more they're going to get hit. There we go. They're off. That was ridiculously satisfying. And it looks, we did lose some people here and there, but... Oh, you've got to disband them in their own areas, but I think we didn't do too bad. So one of the easiest ways to look is to look for the cryy face. Now this one doesn't count, it's been there forever. So just in the Black Forest, there's not really anything there. And if we have a quick nosy over here, perfectly fine. In fact, we wouldn't have had... Oh no, we did have retinue from there, didn't we? We got an issue about lack of ale over here, but again, no sad faces for people dying. Bloodfell, I think, was just retinue, but again, no sad faces. Where are we now? The Black Forest we've already looked, and Mamusio. No. So we... Oh, retinue, maybe. So we only lost a couple. Whoops, wrong button. Let's have a quick nosy. 24... Okay, so it can't be retinue because they're all maximum. Interesting. But we didn't lose too many people, which is excellent, which is exactly what we wanted. So these can't be disbanded unless they're in their home region, which... This is one of the slight annoyances. I feel like if they're within land you own, you should be able to disband them and they'd just run back, maybe. But I'm going to send all these home. I'm quite happy with the outcome of that. Probably the best fighting we've done so far. In fact, the fact we even took on some bandits just prior to this as well. I think it went really well. But on that note, I'm going to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching and take care.